Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I am your host. It's your boy, the Admiral Rumboyz, Robbie. As always, I am joined for a remainder of the fantasy season. I might as well say he'll be my main co-host. He's going to be the main co-host for our waiver wire editions. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Give Me Money Network, Bogart Scott Free. What is good, Bogey?
Hey, waiver wire, give me money. What's
waiver wire, give me money. Yo,
hey.
it's about to be a good day.
Yeah, man. It's always a common theme, bro. Week 1 waiver wires tend to be stacked. You know what I mean?
Well, yo, big shout out to Tino Smo one.
Yeah, what up, Tino?
Tino. Let's see here. The homie Brandon Wilkerson, what's good? Even though I'm in the league with you, bro, I'm gonna still help you as much as I possibly can.
It's good fantasy karma.
Yeah, good fantasy karma. The touchdown with Doug Smith, what it do?
Yeah.
What it do,
What's
Doug?
happening, Dougie Fresh. That's my man's right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an action-packed waiver wire episode. We're going to be going through different scenarios, also looking at some of our own rosters, just in case that maybe there's something that we're going through that we're having to deal with that's also going to be able to simultaneously help you guys. We are also, I said take your questions. We're going to be looking at our own rosters. We're also going to be, of course, listing our waiver wire players, our top waiver wire players following after week 1, go over some injuries, things of that nature. So make sure you guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Make sure you guys hang on the whole show. We got a lot of information, a lot of data that we're about to dump on you guys.
Even got some breaking news, too.
Yeah, even got some breaking news that we're going to reveal. But before we dive into that, ladies and gentlemen, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do? Dilly.
Yeah.
All righty.
I'm about to pour up some vodka too in a sec.
Bro, I just did be a little shot of tequila. I killed all the rum last night.
Okay, we got tequila Rob in the house tonight.
You know what? Fuck it. You know what? Yep, let's do it.
Let me grab the bottle. Hold on.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, this is what we're doing. Like, it was such a good week. We hit on so much. If you rolled out Steve Sims and you were bold enough to roll out Steven Sims Jr., I'm very proud of you. If that resulted in a win for you, he put in work for me. I called Washington by 10. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and try and not act like I'm in a fucking baller ass mood. Like, I'm like feeling like the fucking king of the earth right now. I am. I feel like the king of the damn world. We're gonna run out. We're gonna run that one back. You ready, Bogey?
Yeah. Oh shit, that's a fat one.
That's a fat one. Oh shit. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly. Oh fuck. Oh, this is about to be an interesting show. Let's dive in to the waiver wire list first, Bogard.
You know what? Should we go through some of these injuries first, actually, to add context to why some of these guys are on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's actually how I was gonna do it. Yeah. First waiver wire edition that I want to mention. We're gonna knock out the obvious ones first that are result because of injury. Yeah. And this one out of Indianapolis, you got to be going with Nyheim Hines. Yeah. Nyheim Hines was a freaking madman. And the fact that Marlon Mack is going to be out for a little while.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor Truthers, I know that you're not gonna want to hear this information, but I think that Nyheim Hines, there comes a time in every football player's career where we use the term peaking, and they just start to peak. And when I go back and I watch week 1, and I watched that film, Nyheim Hines showed every single sign that he is peaking. He showed every single sign that, unlike previous seasons, previous years, where we're like, come on, Nyheim Hines. A lot of fantasy analysts have been high on Nyheim Hines.
Basically, since my man Neckbeard has been gone, because he was getting off nasty with Neckbeard with Andrew Luck. You know what I mean?
Neckbeard, it's when Andrew Luck left. Yeah. He said Neckbeard. Holy shit.
You know what I mean? And that's not even a Bogart nickname. That's just what they call him. You know what I mean?
Damn. But yeah, I mean, so Nyheim Hines, that's a guy that I'm definitely running out, and I'm going to get. I wasn't a Marlon Mack believer anyways.
Me neither. Hey, so would you say there will be no return of the Mac?
Return of the Mac.
Oh yeah.
Return of the Mac.
Oh my God.
Bro, that yeah,
That's the slap. That's the
I was
slap right
kind of
there.
mad from like a play-by-play standpoint. Not like I said, fantasy football. I was fading Marlon Mack anyways, but
Yeah.
from a play-by-play standpoint, I was pissed off when he got injured because that was going to be my call whenever he
Yeah.
went off. It was
Hell
going to
yeah.
be return of the Mac, and now he can't
Hey.
do it. And now
But
we
you know what
can't do
though?
it.
I know I feel you on what you, or I hear you on what you said about Naeem Himes, maybe, and then the Jonathan Taylor truthers. But this is a run first team. It's a Frank Reich system where he does have a significant timeshare, and I mean, then you couple that with I feel both of them will get off because they both actually like Taylor went over 100 all purpose. So
Yeah.
and yeah, he's maybe not he might not have been in a lot of those goal line packages yet, but Naeem Himes knows the system, so he was down there. And you couple that with the fact that Phil Rivers, bro, like he's taking exactly what he did in Carson City Chargers. He's taking exactly what he did with the Chargers over here to Indy. You know what I mean? Where they literally there was double-digit targets for those running backs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And what did Hines go 8 for 8? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there was 14 targets if I remember correctly to the running back position.
It was only sorry
total.
about that.
I'm talking about total. Like it was definitely 8 for 8 for Hines, and then I think there was another 6 targets to Jonathan Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for both of them. You know what I mean? Even we will mention him later. Paris Campbell is a guy that he ate too because Phillip Rivers, he plays everything close to the vest. Everything's just quick, hot reads, dump offs. You know what I mean? So everyone in his vicinity, they're gonna eat. You know what I mean?
Speak really quick. I just wanted to touch on Hines again.
Yeah.
Right now, guys, for all of you Pirates out there,
Arr.
0.4% rostered.
Woo!
Or I'm sorry, or over the last 7 days is up 0.4%. But I'm sorry, 36.7%. I fucking read those numbers backwards, and I'm sorry.
Good. It's all good.
But 36, that's
massive availability, is what you're saying.
Exactly. So there is, we could be waking up tomorrow and putting Oprah meme like, you get Naeem Hines, you get Naeem Hines, you all get a shot at Naeem Hines, because right now you all have a shot at him. It's any man's game. When we talk about a back being 36.7% roster.
If you got $100 in Fab, what are you spending? I'm curious. First of all, I can't stand Fab leagues. You know what I mean?
I'm not a fan of Fab leagues, but if we want to put a price on this one,
you going what 25%, 30%?
I'll drop.
He's a season-long guy. He's a season-long guy, theoretically. As long as he don't get hurt, he has a role. Like, I call it, my nickname for him is the ketchup bottle because his name is Hines, and they use him in ketchup mode. You know what I mean? If that team looked like how they're going to look the rest of the year, he's in for a massive workload. And, strictly PPR, too, because let's be honest, we only really talk PPR here. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. For anyone that is new, we'll answer all fantasy questions and we'll try and cover as many aspects. But usually when we're just talking, when we're talking, we are talking PPR.
Yeah. And if anybody that has questions in the chat, just put some context. Like if you're at if you aren't in PPR, if you're in half point or if you're in standard, just let us know, and then we'll answer to the best of our capabilities.
Ooh. New article on Rumboyz.com coming from Connor Burke. Ooh, I love it.
Oh, the Rumboyz, we on fire right now.
Yeah, the writing team is
the writing team's on fire, man. Shout out to all the writers. Also, man, shout out to our newest writer, Plug a Plug.
Yep, fantasy football plug.
He just dropped an article about he's gonna be our resident Saints guy.
And the Saints
come marching in.
Oh, and the Saints come marching in. That was such a good article, by the way. You guys should go and check that one out. Should I start Nick Chubb, Kenyon Drake, JT, or JK?
Here's the thing. It's Tuesday. If you ask me, I'm throwing Nick Chubb on a redemption week against the Bengals. So, you know what I mean? Like Nick Chubb, let's not forget, he's one of the greatest runners, pure running. I compare him to like Zeke. JT is playing. Who's Indy got? Let's see. Hold on. Who do the Colts play September 20th?
Hang on. I got it right here, I think.
Okay, they're playing the Vikings.
Vikings.
I'm not really sure if I like that matchup, but you know, as a flex, Jonathan Taylor's always a strong flex. You know what I'm saying? I do want a piece of that. Listen, Jonathan Taylor got 6 targets and 6 receptions. Like this is happening. There is no more.
This is happening.
This is happening. You know what I mean? Like the more and more acclimated he gets to the system too. You know what I mean? You got to imagine. Look at what he did in week 1, and it's basically a preseason. You know what I mean? His first game action. That's still the best line in the game to run behind. The best run blocking line. The best run blocking line. I'm sorry. Damn, that vodka's surging right now. But yeah. I mean, Nick Chubb and the JK thing. Man, that's another flex. If that as well, deeper leagues, I'm not mad at it. But but like I said, it's Tuesday. We're gonna be tomorrow. Our Q&A, we're gonna get really in depth. So
and I want to see how waiver wire affects your lineup.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, and then this is a really good reason. This is reason right here to subscribe. Like I want to get deeper into the week, sort some things out, because part of me wants to be like, JK. Connor is saying, let JK carve his rollout, and he's our Ravens writer. If our Ravens writer is saying, hey,
if he goes from 7 to 12 touches, you know what I mean? Because look at his 7 touches included 2 red zone carries, and he hit pay dirt twice. This is literally the most run heavy team coming off of last year as far as rush attempts. So, and JK, I mean, you know how I feel about Mark Ingram. I hate that god awful Mark Ingram. So I like seeing JK ball out. They actually, they actually played the weakness of that secondary. Remember, we actually covered that Sunday morning when you read off the injury report. You're like, all the Browns secondary's out. So that was their plan of attack. They shredded them through the air. You know what I mean? So, and the Ravens, they're playing the Texans. Man, dude, Clyde Edwards-Helaire just got off on them nasty. JK is probably a strong flex just as much as I would say JT. But like I said, this is a waiver wire episode. We will get more in depth tomorrow on the Q&A.
Yeah, we will get more in depth.
Because I will say this too. You don't want to.
You don't want to get cute. You don't want to get
but
cute.
He did say it was okay to ask about Nick Chubb because he plays Thursday, and I'm starting Nick Chubb. I'm not afraid of what happened. It was the Ravens, dude. You know what I mean? And Austin Eckler just put up 91 on the ground against them. Josh Kelly, who we're going to talk about in the waiver wire episode, he put up 62 on the ground. Bro, like, you know what I mean? That's the Bengals. They're still the Bungles. You know what I
mean? Yeah, they are still the Bengals. I am not high on that Bengals defense.
Nope.
I'm as I try and convince myself of anyone else other than Chubb, I hear Bogart's voice in the back of my head saying, "Don't be cute, don't be cute, don't be cute." So for the sake of that question, go Chubb. We're both going to have a consensus here. I'm not even going to try and be controversial and pick something opposite. Yeah. Fire up Chubb.
Oh yeah. So how do you want to attack this thing? Should we?
Yeah, let's get into the
now.
But I want to get into the next player here.
Okay, yeah.
On another team, we did touch on both on Hines, and we touched a little bit on Paris Campbell. Paris Campbell, you guys, I'm thinking that this is going to be his year. I think he's healthy. He had a lot of time to rest.
Paris Campbell, sacre bleu.
Yep. Hey, he is the homie. So we're gonna go in and we'll just tie those 2 guys on the same team into one.
Yep.
Depending on what you have on your bench.
If you need receiver and you're in a PPR league, especially Paris Campbell, bro, because he's bro, he got speed too, size, and he's literally the guy that they said Phillip Rivers came out was like, he's my Keenan Allen. You know what I mean?
He's fast as fuck, dude.
He's fast as fuck, bro. Like a 4.4, 4.39, something like that.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. For that size, his side speed adjustment or whatever that stat is, it's phenomenal. You know what I mean? T.Y. Hilton, you're a shrimp and you're fast. You're just there. You
just have no hamstrings. You just have no hammies.
Yeah,
that's all.
it. And this guy, and Phillip Rivers play, for his shock put style of throwing. You know what I mean? He just
his little arm. Yeah.
Yeah, he just likes the shorter ADOT. The shorter average depth of target.
Let's get into Benny the Snell.
Benny the Snell.
Benny Snell, yo.
Yep.
So first off, I am super stoked to talk some Benny Snell, as I like to call him, Benny catching bodies Snell.
Yeah,
yo, that man.
He looked good yesterday.
I knew it was a matter of time. I think last year, his rookie year, he had the nerves. Like you could
he
tell,
looked like a snail. That's why I called him Benny the Snail.
You could tell. You tell that he had some nerves. But now, like, I don't know, man. Y'all already lost in week 1.
Okay,
but
if you are a Connor owner and you're in Fab or in your just regular, you have to claim this guy. If you don't already have him, shame on you. Someone like James Conner, you should have been handcuffed him with Benny Snell because of the fact that James Conner has an injury history and now he's already dealing with an ankle. This could be nagging.
Let me just remind people, and I should have thought about this and edited this into like the fucking show. Like I just clipped it from the interview with Benny, where he says, "Shout out to my UKO line who helped me lead for a rushing title in the FBS when he was at UK.
Yeah.
This man with a O line is capable of some dangerous shit. All right, I'm just letting everybody know." People who drafted James Conner are dumb. I passed on him. It depends on where, because he was falling in drafts.
He was a value.
He was falling in drafts. It depends. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say it depends on where you drafted him. This is something that's fixable. Like if you drafted James Conner, and even if you didn't go and get Benny Snell, because I can guarantee you, especially with this being there, with this going into week 2, there's going to be a couple of guys in your league that are probably not even going to touch waivers. They're going to look at their teams and be like, let me still wait this out. Nah,
I'm never doing that. You got to get active, son. That's how you know what I mean?
Nah,
if you ain't trying, you ain't playing the game right. You know what I mean?
No, there's some solid teams. There's some guys out there with solid teams where it's like you may not need to make a waiver wire move. If no one on your team got injured and everyone put up numbers for you, you're good.
And for context too, it's not like you go and drop a good player for this. You still gotta have room. You know what I mean? Like you gotta hold on to guys that don't panic on a lot of these guys. But I'm telling you, when it comes to Benny Snell, if I would drop like $20 a fab if I out of 100 if I'm the Connor owner just to make sure I get this man because Benny Snell looked good last night. He looked good. Like he was jump cutting in the motherfucker. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, I put him up there because of the type of role he would get if there was no James Conner. Because Malcolm Brown's another one on our list coming up next, who actually looked phenomenal too. And like, let me ask you this, Robbie, because I know the answer, and I need to hear it from you. You know what I mean? Tell me that Malcolm Brown looked good. Or was it the Cowboys' defense is just trash? Is it a combination of both? Because he looked good, and that
it's a combination of both. It's a combination of both. I mean, Leighton Vander Esch being out with injury, getting hurt early. That's always a serious fucking loss right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's plugging that run game for sure.
In terms of the Cowboys' defense, they have always had troubles keeping the guys that can really be difference makers the most healthy. Sean Lee constantly always out, always fucking out.
Smith, Jalen Smith.
Yeah, Jalen Smith. It goes on. There's always
Lawrence be a concussion having motherfucker.
Exactly. So I mean, with that
Gerald
said,
McCoy got signed in free agency, torn ACL or Achilles, whatever it was. Just never even got to see the field.
Yeah. Shout out to Gerald McCoy. On Twitter. He said, my kids asked me, Daddy, the Cowboys are out there playing and you're not there. What's wrong?
Hey, you know what's crazy is kids, they don't know, man. Like, them ACLs. Oh, shit, man. Hey, get well, man. And you know what's crazy is they outright just cut him, too. Yep. They just outright cut him. And whatever little guaranteed money he got, they just gave it to him. Like
I had him in IDP. I was like, fuck. But yeah, so I mean that's that situation. I like Malcolm Brown. I am higher on Cam Akers. I want Cam Akers to really explode.
No one panic on Cam Akers.
don't panic on Cam Akers yet. Don't panic on Cam Akers.
And how about this too? If you're a Malcolm Brown rosterer already, if you got Malcolm Brown on your roster, or if you happen to acquire him after this waiver wire week, move that man. Move him because Cam Akers is going to get his time eventually. He got 14 carries, bro. So Cam Akers.
I don't want to say that early. If you guys
I want to say it.
I know that. That's
on why. Recency bias. You might be able to. You might be able to grab some. You might be able to grab some. Say you need a receiver, like say you need a receiver, and you might have a DJ Moore who's a fairly big name who had a bad game, and you have Malcolm Brown. You pair them up. Go after Michael Thomas while he's injured. Do something right. Tell me when you wouldn't do that.
You and your recency bias.
I love it. Recency bias is key. People panic.
People do panic, but I mean, I take advantage of those ones. I mean, I'm not all right. So I also think from the standpoint of playing in leagues with logical people.
But still, though, listen, we're in a bunch of analyst leagues, or even shout out to the Eastside League. One of my home leagues that I'm in that I actually struggle in this league. It's an IDP league, 14 team super flex, right? It's deep, bro. 24 round draft. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trades up the wazoo all the time. Like, this is the type of league where, like, recency bias is key. Like, people panic, people buy, sell. It's the stock market in this league. So, but see, other regular home leagues, a lot of people sit on their hands, or they don't do it much. You know, they're not as obsessive. You know, our analyst leagues, it's hard. It might even be harder to get off a trade just because, like, everyone's like sharp in attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
big up Triple M. Thank you. She said congrats on the 2100. Yo, 2100. 2100 and steady running. Let's get it.
21,
if you all
21,
new,
21.
Make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe for sure.
Yeah, we got to the 21 over the weekend. That was awesome.
Yeah. See, Connor Burke, if you're in that situation where you don't know like who to drop, like if you have a solid fucking bench,
then you sit and wait.
Yeah,
don't
get cute. Like, yo, we're gonna put that shit on a shirt.
Give us some names. What are some names that you got, Connor? Drop it in the chat.
Yeah. If you have some names, like maybe we can help you. But like I have some teams where it's like I'm not ready to drop that player off of a week one performance, or I'm not ready to make that move. You know, or there are some of these names that we're gonna talk about where it's like I don't know if that's gonna happen again for that player. So on and so forth. Let's keep it moving here. I want to talk about, so far we're touching on running backs right now. You touched on Malcolm Brown. James Robinson in Saxonville. Duval. Shout out to all of our listeners out there in Duval. Yo, so I'll let you start this one because I feel like it has to start with someone that has been telling people to not panic over this whole Minshew the Ginsu madness and this whole tank for Trevor shit that's going around down there in Saxonville. So I'm gonna let you start this one on Robinson, bro.
All right, so Robinson, he has 3 down back skill set, and you know everyone. It's easy fantasy math. What people would assume when they were like, okay, here we go. Raquel Armstead, he on a COVID joint. You know, Zigbo, he on a IR. Now, James Robinson gets named the starter, right? And like I said, he has 3 down capabilities. We all know that Doug Marrone, he loves like a workhorse type. This dude is 220 pounds. He's a banger, and he can catch the ball. Mind you, this was a fairly even-killed game script. Like, this game was close the whole time. You know, the Colts and the Jaguars game. And so we didn't see too much Chris Thompson. When everyone ran to say Chris Thompson's the guy over there because Jay Gruden's the offensive coordinator, which made Chris Thompson be like the immediate, oh my God, they're going to be losing so bad, blah, 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 blah. This, that, and the third. I'm saying this. James Robinson, to me, the reason why he's literally the third running back we're bringing up is because we're bringing up these running backs in priority. Who I would want to grab, you know what I'm saying, in priority. So James Robinson is a strong flex who technically could, I mean, Leonard Foreskin had 70 balls last year, 70 receptions, bro. I'm not saying that's the ceiling for a young James Robinson, but him being acclimated earlier when these guys come back off of IR for Zigbo, off of the COVID for Raquel Armstead, they're behind the ball, pun intended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy's worth a pickup. In a lot of savvier leagues, a lot of competitive leagues, this guy's already rostered.
Yeah, he's already in a lot of competitive leagues. He's already rostered.
But if he's there, you grab this man, bro, and you play him according to matchups. You know what I mean? You play him according to matchup. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're gonna roll him out and then hope, and it's a sure thing. It's just, this is what you do week 1. You grab these dudes before you pass on them. And then you watch them balling out here and there, and you're like, damn, I had an opportunity to get him, or I had priority, or I had this or that. You know what I mean? Like, because Gardner Minshew, the Ginsu, bro, he is a baller. I've been telling everybody, like, please don't sleep on my man, the Ginsu. Minshew mania, mustache mania, bro, like 19 for 20. That means, and it was because someone had a drop. He would have won a perfect game. He's sharp. They're going to start respecting him as a passer.
Exactly.
And they're going to start dropping back in the coverage, and then that'll open up lanes for the running back, which is James Robinson right now.
I'm going to also say this. Let me just say this. So Robinson made sure that no other running back had tallied a single carry. Okay.
Yep.
I get that he wasn't fucking amazing, right? I get that he was not spectacular in many ways, but this is one of those where I'm gonna use stats to tell you there must be something that we know, that as analysts, as league analysts, there must be something that we know that others don't know. Right now, he is 29.1% rostered, okay? But you know how Bogart said that key sentence right there, that key phrasing of competitive leagues? So clearly a lot of analysts are running out and going to get this guy. Over the last 7 days, he's been up 28.2%. I could guarantee that spiked up after kind of Sunday's performance. And I think that number is only going to rise. So clearly he's trending upwards. May not one of those the reason why he's probably not rostered is because a lot of people not knowing his name, not taking the time to go back and watch the film. Whenever they see his name, they're just like, I don't even know who this guy is. I'm not going to worry about it. Something is happening here. Something is going to happen.
And we
just need to wait.
And listen, you could be in on it early, and because you know what, it might not manifest, but it's week 1. These are the chances you got to be willing to take.
I also want to add, while those other guys that are on the COVID list or the injury list, until those guys return, I'm going to go very, very basic fantasy football right here. I'm going to go very, very fantasy football 101 right here for you guys. You're getting an RB1.
Or a low end RB1, high end RB2.
Yep, you're getting A teams. In reality, you're getting a team's RB1. You know, on your roster.
Yeah. In reality, yeah. 100%.
Onto your fantasy roster. You're getting a team's rostered RB1 onto your fantasy roster. He may not be your RB1 on your roster, but you're getting someone that is clearly secured and clearly has a clear workload. Again, no other back tallied a carry.
None. Zilch.
Let's see here. Joshua Kelly. I've been telling you guys to go and get him in the late rounds of drafts.
Yeah, I'll vouch for this. You have been saying that.
If you haven't done it, like that's on you. I'm gonna make this one short, simple, and sweet. I'm not even gonna go into his roster percentage or anything like that. This guy's trending up. He's going to be the guy.
He's gonna be the Melvin Gordon role from last year. Mm-hmm. They have complete continuity with their coaching staff. They have no Melvin Gordon. They drafted a local kid who the rest of the NFL kind of slept on, but this team does play in LA, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
So
Carson City, yeah.
I know. I was waiting for you to fill in the blank. So they had eyes on this kid locally. They were aware of him. It's kind of like a Philip Lindsay situation, whereas there's this local kid, and no one was in the NFL was looking at him, but Denver was because he was local. Same situation over here. He played for was it did he play for the Trojans?
I think so. Hang on.
I mean, you might need to fact check me on that because I know it was an LA team.
Joshua Kelly College.
Yeah.
No, UC Davis. How the fuck did I not know that?
I know you know Davis.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Hey, because UC, I know UC. Hey, bro, UC Davis goes down.
Damn, how did I not know that? I literally said this when I drafted Joshua Kelly in our SBI, or I think it was in that league.
Is either the SBI? No, actually the shout out to Turn Up the Jets. He actually got Kelly in the SBI.
Yeah, he got Kelly in the SBI. It was a different league that I got Joshua Kelly.
It was I think it was the office league. We're in hella leagues.
I'm in so many leagues, or maybe it was like a home league or something. I don't fucking know. But
it was a hell of. And you know what's crazy is I picked him up with a lot of my last round picks, and then like dropped him for like kickers and shit like that, like whenever I had to. And now I'm gonna actively trying to reacquire this kid. You know what I mean? Because he got.
No, he went to UCLA. He went to UCLA.
Not Davis. I was saying Davis is Northern Cal. Davis is up by me.
Northern Cal. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I knew that sounded a little wrong, but either way, you know what? We're just getting started, boys and girls. We're just getting warmed up. But see, here's the thing too. With Kelly, he got 12 touches, if I remember correctly, and he got it's like I said, 60 plus yards on the ground. And he got the red zone carries because he's built like that over an Austin Eckler. You know what I'm saying? And Austin Powers, bro, I am a little worried about him because Tyrod Taylor doesn't like to check it down. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The power back is gonna eat more, and eat more, get the more valuable touches. Like I'm not gonna completely shit on Austin Powers Eckler because he is an offensive weapon. He's going to be moved around. Like, if I remember correctly, there was some times where they were both on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be up to Ty Guy's ability to read there. I'm taking Kelly. Like, it's in as many. If you have Austin Eckler,
hey, they might.
If you have someone on your bench that you got, secure Kelly.
Yeah. And Justin Jackson
secure Kelly before
he left with a quad, and Anthony Lynn, the head coach over there for the Chargers, he's a former running back himself, former running back coach, turned offensive coordinator, turned head coach. Now he always produces fantasy relevant running backs.
He's already said that. He's already said today that Kelly is definitely going to have a bigger role moving forward.
Woo!
So, I mean, like I said, like with that said, guys, and also the reason why I'm telling the Eckler owners to go and get Kelly off of waivers, this is not in case of injury to Eckler. This is not necessarily in the event that Kelly full on could replace Eckler despite the payday. This is to make sure that you can avoid the panic mode with Eckler. You can sit back and be like, I already got maybe you sit back after this week, like I'm gonna still roll out Eckler. I'm gonna wait and see how this really pans out, But if let's say Kelly really edges out Eckler's role and if that becomes clearly evident, you're not in panic while you're like, okay, next week now I just know I'm gonna move this guy into the starting role.
Eckler's got the bag because of the production he did with Rivers. Yep. I'm not knocking Eckler, but he was on my curve list this year because it's no more Phillip Rivers and. We all know those being a mobile quarterback, they do call Tyrod Taylor T-Mobile for a reason. He gets mobile, so that is going to open up lanes for either of these running backs.
Yes.
And in that same system with Anthony Lynn, I'm saying a couple years ago, when Anthony Lynn first came to the Chargers, the Buffalo Bills, they went to the playoffs with Tyrod Taylor and that same system in play. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And LaShawn McCoy was the do-it-all back that year. Now, and Kelly, bro, is their one. He's the thunder to the lightning. You know what I mean?
And like I said, I want to add this. 1 second, Bogart. I want to add this. The reason why I'm saying this about to specifically Eckler owners, you want to avoid the fantasy psychology of when someone else gets him, now you're asking yourself, and then they're using him as trade bait because you don't want to be doing that, and you don't want to find yourself in that position where it's like, fuck, like what am I going to do?
Stay with leverage.
Yep, keep leverage. You need to play your game, play to the strengths of your roster, and you don't want someone to have the ability to hold anything over your head, period.
And running backs, the reason we're discussing running backs on the waiver wire episode that we're doing right now, we're discussing the running backs first because running backs are more scarce than receivers. You know what I mean? So and for all we know, Joshua Kelly could be a second half darling. Like they just literally, you just said this, brought this to my attention, is I didn't see that this coaching staff came out and said his role is going to expand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Rockout asked, pick up Lazard or Campbell off of waivers.
Is it a PPR league? I would go Campbell because
I would go Campbell.
The concentration of targets in Indy is and we're talking about Indy versus Green Bay. Remember, Green Bay is a run first team now. People aren't aware of this, but they passed all over the field, all over the yard, as my man Robbie would say, because that was how you exploit Minnesota's defense right now. Minnesota's front seven, vicious as ever. But their secondary, even last year with Xavier Rhodes and Trey Lanes, they gave up the most receiving touchdowns to opposing wide receivers. So they just picked up where they left, and they got rid of Xavier Rhodes and Trey Lanes. They got youngsters back there in that secondary. So Aaron Rodgers was like, hold my beer. You know what I mean? Let me show you how we exploit weak defenses.
Yeah.
And Alan Lazard and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who are both on this, once we get to receivers, they are there. But it's still, rolling the dice because I'm only comfortable with Devontae Adams there, to be honest, in the receiving game.
First off, big shout out to VA Slow-Mo. We got a knock in the chat as well. I'm gonna answer your questions simultaneously while I tie in my take to Rock Out's chat to his question. So I'm gonna answer both questions in the same take right here, guys.
Here we go.
I am gonna go Paris Campbell for you, Rock Out. It looks like that
it's PPR too. Can we get some context?
Full PPR. Yeah, it is full PPR. You said
yes. Okay.
But here's the reason why I'm saying that. There's too much speed on that offense, especially when one TY is healthy. There's just too much speed on that offense.
And Paris Campbell got speed.
Exactly, to where one of them is always going to be open. I think that he is going to see, 6, 7, 8, 9 targets a game.
I wanna say something crazy.
1 second. On a routine basis. Me personally, I'm a big detractor on if you burn me once, you're gonna burn me again. And those Packers wide receiver 2s and 3s that they have on their offense.
Yeah, in recent history.
In recent history, it's too much of a gamble, and it is possibly gonna burn you. I'm really only recommending Alan Lazard in DFS formats. He is someone that we'll talk about. I mean, we're actually talking about him now, so we can just X that out.
Yeah.
But I am gonna go Campbell over Lazard until we know that Aaron Rodgers now has a clear defined wide receiver 2.
Let's go back and we're gonna jump in a time machine real quick. Frank Reich is an offensive minded head coach. When he was the OC, the offensive coordinator for the Eagles on their Super Bowl run, a guy who's not particularly talented, like a Nelson Aguilar, was eating.
Yeah.
Remember Nelson Aguilar?
Fuck Nelson Aguilar, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you remember him?
Yeah.
Paris Campbell is picking up. He's that guy in this offense.
I don't like that take. I don't like where you're going with this.
I'm saying because Nelson Aguilar, he got a lot of those easy receptions, and he would be unaccounted for running up the seam. Now, is Paris Campbell not way more talented than Nelson Aguilar?
Why can't you just say Andy Isabella at UMass? Just say Andy Isabella at UMass. Like that's a good film. Like that was a good film comparison.
Yeah, but see, but now you got to remember it's Phillip Rivers there. Phillip Rivers.
I get it. I'm just saying. I hate the Nelson Aguilar comparison.
I'm just saying.
We could have
talking about roles.
I know
roles in a system. One thing about coaches and coordinators etc. One thing that's always stays the same is system. And when there's a player, their system they're going to look at the personnel they have on deck that fits their system. This is a Frank Reich regime. He drafted Paris Campbell to be this guy. Paris Campbell was riddled with injuries last year. Right. He's healthy right now.
Really quick for the homie Hinak, I just want to say, I'm going to make this short, simple, sweet.
Shout out to Hinak. That's my guy.
In the words of one of the highest paid sports commentators, sports reporters in the game, Aaron Rodgers is a bad man.
He's a bad man. He is a bad motherfucker though.
Like anyone that does not believe in Rodgers, like I
would just do this. I would claim both dudes. But in order, me personally, I would claim Paris Campbell, and then immediately, if you like Lazard, claim him after. So if you can't get one, get the other. You know what I mean? Because
that's that crazy shit.
That's crazy shit right there. I'm not mad at the Lazard take at all because Lazard is actually picking up where he left off. But you know, in this type of year, you got to pay attention to a lot about what the players are saying. And like MVS was Aaron Rodgers came out and said he was shining. He was the shining piece in camp.
I'ma just let you can. If I'm not telling y'all to go pick up both, but yeah.
No, I'm saying claim one. If you can't get one, don't make sure you claim the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, don't
really quick. I want to actually just touch on that really fast, Bogart. Okay. I love that you just said that and you broke that down.
Yeah.
With any of these players that we are listing, okay?
Yeah. We're listing them in priority.
Yeah, but if you are not able to get one, please get the other, okay?
Yeah, again. And put your waiver claims in order of what you feel is needs to your roster in particular. You know what I mean?
Yo, because that MVS stuff last year burned every single analyst. We all got that wrong.
Oh yeah. And listen, I wasn't on that, but here's the thing: is like Alan Lazard was the guy who outplayed MVS, and like we're basing this on one game. Listen, you guys got to remember this is a zone run team now.
Mm-hmm.
Like what they did this week was smart coaching. They had the entire offseason to game plan for the Minnesota Vikings divisional rival, and
in week one,
and then they exploited their weakness, which was their secondary. They went 13-3 last year. The Packers, they went 13-3 on the back of the zone run scheme. You know what I mean? That's why they didn't draft Aaron Rodgers any weapons as far as wide receivers goes. What did they do? They brought in AJ Dillon.
That's another thing that scares me.
Exactly.
I'm out on the Packers wide receiver 2s and 3s. I'm out. Nope, done.
Yeah.
Cash out.
I just want to remind everybody, it's Matt LaFleur there. It's the long gone the days of Mike McCarthy. And
this offense doesn't even have audibles built into it. I just want to remind people that Aaron Rodgers does not have the ability to move the line in this offense.
Nope. They took that away from him, and he's Aaron Rodgers, but he's such a bad motherfucker that
he doesn't need that.
Yeah, and when you actually played football. What do? They have like 25 scripted plays, right?
Yeah.
And like he executed them 25 plays, like whoa,
like a motherfucker, bro,
like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Chase Edmonds. Look.
Oh, Chase Edmonds is next on the list.
Yeah, I've always told. Yeah. I've always told you guys to pay attention to Chase Edmonds. That's obvious. If you are a Kenyon Drake owner, that's obvious. This is a guy off the waiver wire. Even if you are not a Drake owner, you can go and get him. And this is probably like a really good bye week fill for you when you got like guys on bye weeks and shit like that.
Hey, Chase Edmonds, when he scored his touchdown, Drake was in the backfield and Chase Edmonds was lined up as a receiver. So they're scheming plays for Chase Edmonds, and there's a reason why Chase Edmonds fit this system last year. First of all, Chase Edmonds was drafted by the Bruce Arians regime. What is that?
VA Slow-Mo said the Packers have backyard play audibles. Go long and catch the ball.
For real. But see, that's Mike McCarthy days, though. That's still the old residue of Mike McCarthy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like because Mike McCarthy was not creative. He was just like everyone, run nine
very
routes.
very old
Yeah.
school, old school type of coach.
Yeah.
But continue what you were saying though about Chase Edmonds though.
So with Chase Edmonds, here's the thing: is like, this new regime came in and they traded away David Johnson because he wasn't a system fit. They also traded picked up or did they trade? Yeah, they traded for Kenyon Drake last year, and like, the reason why Chase Edmonds is atop this waiver wire target episode is because Kenyon Drake has an injury history. If anything happens to Kenyon Drake, Chase Edmonds is a guy. And aside from that, he's already a borderline flex start. You know what I mean? Like especially in deeper leagues. But Chase Edmonds is he's a guy to have, bro. Like that's why he's on this list. And most Drake owners, if you don't have Chase Edmonds, shame on you. Shame on you.
Absolutely no. Go get you some Chase Edmonds. God damn it! So that's actually who we're gonna start next. Did you hear that?
Yeah, you kind of
Fucking blows. I hate when that happens. Like I hate that.
Shit happens in the field. Things like this can occur in the field.
Yeah, things like this do occur in the field. Let's go ahead. So yeah, that's our breakdown in regards to Chase Edmonds. Short, simple, sweet. Let's get into Jerick McKinnon. Now, me personally,
I like to call him the Jerk McKinnon.
Yeah, the Jerk McKinnon. You like McKinnon? He's on your list. He's
on my list because it's foolish to not have him on the list. I mean, but I will say this though, it's. I'm gonna preface this, bro. I'm gonna preface this.
Go ahead. You're doing this because you're a Niners fan.
No. It's because I've seen the usage. You know what I mean? And they're easing him in. I think he's gonna have we just traded for Mohamed Sanu, so that kind of changes things.
Exactly. I was about to get into that.
Yeah, like because we were hurt at receiver in this first game, so he was out there, being used in the passing game.
That's another reason why I'm not buying into McKinnon.
So you know what? I actually agree with you now because things like when obviously I wrote this list before the Mohamed Sanu.
Hey, you ready to make me to get you to agree with me even more?
Let's go.
He is steady he's steady. He's right now he's rostered in 17% of leagues, but that's also dropping by 0.5% each day.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit, people that are smart, they know like this could be a smoke screen right here. This could be, and he had a bad drop on a crucial time in the game too. So maybe the trust, and you got to remember this is his legit first real game action. He played one preseason game and it was against the Cowboys 2018. I was there at the game. He tore his ACL. I mean, no, he didn't tear his ACL. He had one drive, then he tore his ACL in practice. So this was his first game. So, and we kept him because of the fact that we've had bad luck with our backfield.
Bro, I love this question right here in the chat, dude.
Okay, bust it.
Rockouts ask, I got Eckler and Connor. Should I pick up Kelly or Benny Snell Jr. First? And also, Nyheim Hines and Adrian Peterson are on his waiver wire as well.
Oh, this is a
good one.
Well, okay.
This is really a good one.
Tell us who's on your bench because there's a chance you try to claim all the guys. If you have like two or three guys that are worth dropping, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to claim as many of those guys as possible in priority.
See, I'm not gonna go and do that. I would try and maybe just grab one or maybe two. Two were probably the max I would go for.
I would still say Hines because Hines has a role already. Like,
bro, I don't know.
Snell. Okay, listen, Snell. If you're a Connor owner, Snell. Yeah,
you have Connor. Yeah, because you have Connor. Yes, go Snell.
But Hines is a guy. If I'm assuming this is PPR, Hines is a guy.
Yeah, full PPR.
Yeah, he's gonna have a solid floor for you. You know what I mean? Like, here's one thing too that we don't really put this on injury reports, but like they lost.
Oh, he's saying he can drop 3. Oh, fuck, you can drop 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, let me go. All right, I got this.
Bust it, Rob.
bro, if you and the way that you're just typing like I can drop three makes you feel like that you're planning on dropping three off off
Who
your
are
lineup
the
or
three?
off your
Who
bench.
are the three, please?
Bro, no, bro, it doesn't even fucking matter because you're gonna keep Eckler and Connor, right? Because just because of where you draft them, value, shit like that. Go ahead and snag your two handcuffs, dude.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say.
Yep, yeah. Get your two handcuffs, and he's gonna tell you Hines. I'm gonna tell you AP, bro. AP is going to make sure that like they want to use DeAndre Swift, bro.
And but DeAndre Swift,
AP is so pissed off that he wanted to retire in Washington. His plan was to finish out this season, and that was going to be it, and it was hanging it up.
So he went to his old division.
So he went back to his old division to tear it up against the Vikings because he's still bitter and sour about that. Go AP. That man is going to fucking unleash every single time he gets the ball. This is going to be some old school throwback like Emmitt Smith type shit, bro. Like
Emmitt Smith Cardinals days?
No. I'm talking Emmitt Smith. Yeah. Emmitt Smith, like, who was old as fuck with the Cowboys, bro.
No, I'm saying because Emmitt Smith finished his career with
the Cardinals. Right? Yeah. No, this ain't that AP though. Like I'm saying, you go AP. He's gonna be punching fucking defenses in the mouth all year.
AP he tore up the Chicago Bears, but I will say this: Chuck Pagano is the defensive coordinator, and everywhere Chuck Pagano is, they give up yards on the ground.
Dude, he can drop D-Jax, Dillon, Coleman, Cohen. Oh God, fuck it, yeah, go run it up,
get all those, bro. Try to get everybody,
dude. Yeah, you can try to replace your whole bench, dude. Like I have never told
what Robbie is saying right now is get the startable guys first.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like because yes, Josh Kelly is a flex for now. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Peterson is also a flex. You know what I'm saying? For now. I mean, because DeAndre Swift, he had 40%. DeAndre Swift, you got to remember, he missed most of camp with an injury. He played 40% of the snap share. He had 40% of the snap count, right? And he was mainly used in the passing game. And DeAndre Swift would be so shiny right now if he didn't drop that perfectly placed pass by Matthew Stafford to win the game. You know what I mean? Like DeAndre Swift, bro. That motherfucker, it was a big drop.
And you need to remember too. You guys gotta remember. So Dynasty, of course, you're not going to get fucking AP off the waiver wire.
We're talking redraft.
Yeah, but redraft, like you're going to get AP this year because he is determined to get as many fucking yards as possible.
Yeah, he's a man on a mission. He's trying to move up in the goddamn all-time list.
Bro, I'm so that is one person that I don't even think that he's.
Can I ask you a question, Rob? Do you love him because he did well with your football team, with your for the team?
No, I've always been. I
love Adrian Peterson too. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've always been appreciative of Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson was one of those guys that no matter how much he kept dropping in ADP, like I would be the person in fantasy football drafts knowing that okay, when the time is right. And after I can kind of sense when everyone just kept letting him fall, he would be the guy that I'd go and I'd grab. This year was the first year that I did not grab any AP. In week one, he made me. Remember why? Dude, Robbie, you've always had me. Like
I mean, what did he have? Like 80 on the ground? Well, let me see. Let's see.
Bro, it was, hang on, bro. I got it. I'm pulling it up right now, dude. Like, hang on. Adrian Peterson right away. He still got it. Got his Washington picture. 93 yards on 14 attempts. He didn't have a TD, but that'll change. I promise you that'll change. I can promise you that'll change.
Here's the thing too, is like they actually did target him a couple times, right?
Let me
got 2 targets.
Dude, let me double check here.
Like I'm just saying, like they actually brought him in the fold immediately. Like that was kind of crazy. But
3 receptions, 21 yards.
Yeah.
His longest was for a carry of 9.
That's a strong flex.
Average 7 yards per catch.
I'm still gonna put Josh Kelly because here's the thing too with Adrian Peterson, and you remember this being a Washington football.
He's 21.3% rostered.
being
Oh
a Washington
gosh.
football team fan, bro, you know when Adrian Peterson got more than 12 carries, the next game he was kind of boo boo because he is old. You know what I mean? So
I don't think that. I think he's on some
I'm just
LeBron
saying,
shit, bro. I think he's
give
on some
me
LeBron shit right now,
give
dude.
me Josh Kelly over
You
him.
well, I mean, but because of
I'll take
Rockout's
Naeem
lineup, you got to
Hines.
remember because of Rockout's
Yeah,
lineup.
yeah, he has a chance to get them all. Get them
Yeah, well,
all.
no, because of his
Try
lineup,
to.
he has Eckler already, so he's obviously going to go get Kelly. He's obviously going to go and get Snell because he has Eckler and
Yeah.
Connor. So back those two up immediately, and then go and get fucking
I would take Hines
AP.
over AP. Hines is in a
I don't
system.
think that you're wrong
Hines has
either
been
way. I don't think that you're wrong either way.
Hines in a system that he's very familiar with. That's why he was part of the red zone packages and he got 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean?
I don't think that you can hurt yourself either way that goes.
This is accurate. This is accurate. Because I
Um,
do love, I'm a crazy motherfucker. That
I
Bogart
know that.
Stafford.
I know
and
that.
I love intangibles. And the one thing that AP got is intangibles. He's a man on a mission.
You're the fantasy football crazy of the show. I'm the fantasy football more so
Yeah.
logic of the show.
We're like the yin and yang, B.
Yeah, dude. Cheers,
I
man.
love it. Yeah,
cheers to you, Connor.
Yeah. Oh, I need a refresh.
Go ahead and get a refresh. I'm gonna get into my next take.
Go ahead.
Alrighty. So the next back that I want to talk about, let's see here. Actually, I want to get into some wide receivers. I want to get into some wide receivers. A couple of backs that we that we haven't gotten around to doing solid full takes around. Sonny Michel, Myles Gaskin, Peyton Barber. Those are guys that you could go and grab, but they're lower on the list for us. We gave you guys, the priority. Yeah, rock out. That's how I would rock it, man. That's how I'd rock it. I want to get into some wide receivers here. Bogey, we're gonna get into some wide receivers, dog.
Let's go. Real quick, just one thing. I do want to say I threw in Myles Gaskin and Payne Barber on the list because they actually produced, maybe not Myles Gaskin, but Myles Gaskin, he was drafted by the Dolphins' new regime, and like Jordan Howard. The reason why I bring him up is because Jordan Howard and Matt Breida, I don't know about them, dog. Myles Gaskin had a lion's share of the snap count. Like, I don't know, man. Like, but I had to throw him on there just because. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they're down on this list. You know what I mean? They're at the bottom of this list. So let's go ahead and dial up the receivers, my brother.
Yeah, let's definitely dial up the receivers. The very first receiver that I want to get into and talk about, we already mentioned it really quickly, just to cross off the list. We've mentioned Paris Campbell multiple times throughout this episode. That's an obvious, clearly between me and Bogart, and even you guys in the chat, you guys are looking at him. So good on you guys for paying attention. Anthony Miller. So Anthony,
and you know me, that's Bogart's guy. It's funny. I have Anthony Miller and Paris Campbell on damn near every one of my leagues because they were the double-digit round acquisitions.
Yeah,
and they showed and proved week 1. Anthony Miller, bro. I know people get scared of that situation just because of Trubisky or whatever, or Foles or whatever it is, but Anthony Miller has balled ever since he came into the league.
Yeah, he has. With Anthony Miller, this is where I would like to refer all the Rumboyz and girls to the Rumboyz vault. And the reason be it is because we have always mentioned we've always mentioned Anthony Miller as a guy
time.
We've never mentioned him as a guy that you're going to draft, but we've always mentioned him as a guy that you should be on the lookout for on the waiver wire.
I always did. I'm crazy.
I get that. I completely
but
understand
I am
that.
The crazy and you are the logic. You're the sane, I'm the insane.
Waiver wire question: Gaskin, yay or nay?
How deep?
I want to find a different running back situation.
Nay.
I want to find a different running back situation. There's other situations I'm in love with.
Kelly, Snell, Edmonds, all those guys for sure. James Robinson, you know what I mean? I understand if those guys aren't available. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this sounds like someone who might have bought into a Jordan Howard or or Matt Breida. And just remember, it's Chan Gailey. I mean, Chan. Yeah. Is that his name? Chan Gailey.
Yeah, Chan Gailey.
Chan Gailey's the OC over there in
Miami. Welcome to Miami, Mama.
And Bonito, Miami. We both didn't know the Spanish part.
No, I knew it. I was like, Mama, Hima, Miami. Like you fucked up.
I didn't know it. I tried it. Anyways, right? Listen, Myles Gaskins, it's you got to duly note the fact that
Keep doing your take. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick.
Go ahead, do your thing. Myles Gaskin, here's the thing, bro, is like he dominated the snap count and Matt Breida didn't get a shot until the second quarter. I'm just saying, I'm actually going to stay away from that backfield as much as possible because a Chan Gailey system, they always throw a higher percentage of the time versus the run ratio. And they brought in Chan Gailey because he had success with Ryan Fitzpatrick, with the Jets, and with Buffalo, where Ryan Fitzpatrick started his journey because he's a journeyman. And he was always successful in the passing game with Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know what I mean? There was some notable running backs, if you guys want to jump in a time machine back with Chan Gailey and Fitzpatrick, going back to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You had Freddie Jackson, CJ Spiller, but they had literally 4 different running backs in Miami touch the field. They were literally treating this like a preseason game. The only reason Myles Gaskins is on this waiver wire list is because he's lower on the totem pole as far as priority, but he did play the lion's share of the snap count. So that's one thing you always got to pay attention to is like how much is the guy on the field.
I'm just not overall sold in that scenario.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I just advise everyone to. I'll probably just stay away from that whole thing.
Yeah, that's why
I don't have no. We told no one Jordan Howard or. And actually, even shout out to my man Steamboat Joe, my co-host on the Real Fantasy Playmakers. He was willing because the value was there. He would grab Breida and Jordan Howard and just see how it pans out. He's probably going to drop them this week and grab some of these guys. You know what I mean? It was worth, because we had no preseason run, boys and girls. So now after week 1, we have a little bit of clarity. Things are going to still get clearer. But remember, a lot of the good teams came out looking good. Yep. A lot of the okay teams came out looking like preseason because this literally is like preseason. It's the first game action. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. Washington looked goddamn good. You asked me.
Bruh. Listen. And Washington got all the intangibles right now. They're playing for a man's life, their coach's life. They're ready to die for this man who's fighting for his life. Yep. And then you couple that with the fact that you have Montez Sweat, Chase Young. Come on, help me out here.
Yep. Fucking Ryan Kerrigan. Crazy ass Compton. We're loaded. We're loaded.
Bro, loaded, bro. And then you have Riverboat Ron, who knows what to do with that type of front.
Bro, Haskins got everybody motivated at the half. He was like, yo, we're going to fucking get in here and do this.
And nobody panic on my man, Terry McLaurin.
Don't panic on McLaurin.
Don't panic on him. It was Darius Slay, and Darius Slay is very respectable at his position. There's a reason, yes. He's a top 6 cornerback because I could name 5 cornerbacks I like over Darius Slay. He is respectable. He deserves the bag.
Also with that, to this waiver wire episode in this wide receiver section, now that we're about to start hitting
Jalen Reagor? Let me hear you shit on him.
No.
Okay, remember me and you were arguing Sunday morning. I was saying Deshaun Jackson's a play. You're like, hell no. You know who got all those Deshaun Jackson deep targets? It was Jalen Reagor. Yeah. He dropped one. He would have had he had one reception for like 50 plus yards. But they kept targeting him deep. I'm just saying though, the reason I want to bring him up is to because that's why I was wrong about D-Jax week 1. Come on. I'm giving you props.
Wait, that's the reason that you were wrong? I already told everybody that's how it's going to happen.
But you didn't say it was anything about someone else taking that role.
I didn't. You're right. I did not mention Jalen Reagor specifically.
Come on.
Okay. But
we're talking player personnel though to make our case.
I have told people that Reagor is going to be a beast for Philly. That was a good pickup for Philly.
I do love personally asking you about NFC East division rivals to your football team because I love watching you just shit on them no matter what.
I'm gonna say,
hey, fuck that guy.
Reagor is a guy that on waivers I am waiting on. The wide receiver position is so deep. Like Anthony Miller is a guy that I'm gonna go and definitely try and get over Reagor
for sure. That's why he's higher on our list. For sure.
You know, that's just gonna the way it work out. Also with the Anthony Miller situation, we might be saying nah. Hey.
Goodbye.
To A-Rob.
Oh, is he on? What's the latest news?
Hey, Allen Robinson. Apparently, per his agent, they're not.
Oh yeah. Here we go. Let's get some breaking news.
But they're saying that they're requesting a trade from the Bears organization. So with Allen Robinson potentially leaving,
I thought you had something breaking right now. I was like, holy shit.
No, nothing breaking, or either his attitude affecting his level of play or the locker room, not adversely affecting, hey, we need to start learning how we can start passing without necessarily relying on A-Rob. Let's start, relying on,
Do you remember me and you? Ridley. Me and you had an epic argument that I actually chopped the clip and posted it when I was like, Allen Robinson's career situation as far as quarterback position, throwing him the ball, is strikingly similar to a DeAndre Hopkins. You remember that?
Yeah.
And you were like, no. And I was like, listen, this situation, because Allen Robinson is super talented, bro. He's caught balls from the shittiest quarterbacks in his entire career. And even Watson is so happy right now. I mean, Hopkins, because he went from the shittiest quarterbacks to a Deshaun Watson and now a Kyler Murray. So
I'm not gonna say that, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just bringing up an old. I don't want to say argument. Let's say debate.
Oh, debate, yeah.
Yeah, we are yin and yang. I like that. That's our new handle, me and you as a duo. We're like Ken and Ryu. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Can I be Ken?
Hadouken, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I knew you would like to be Ryu better, and I love Ken better anyway. But anyways, bro, I'm just trying to say, like, Allen Robinson is talented enough to ball anywhere. Bro, Blake Bortles even? Come on. I'm just saying, like, I actually, as far as fantasy goes, I don't want Allen Robinson to go anywhere because I love Anthony Miller. I have so many Anthony Miller shares personally that Anthony Miller is great being the number 2 option. You know what I mean? I need Allen Robinson there for our Anthony Miller to flourish.
I mean, I don't know. I would love to see one Riley Ridley really get out there and
Riley Ridley his skill set is like an Anthony Miller. They're predominantly slot guys. Like they're who would be out wide? Ted Ginn Jr.
Oh God,
that's who they got over there in Chicago.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, they need to figure this. Shout out to the Bears, Brews, and the Bros, man. Shout out to all the Fornicator. Shout out to Doc PLC, Sweetness, and Renegade. You know what I mean? This is and shout out to Drill. This is an ongoing conversation that I'm having with them right now because, you know what I'm saying, they're at risk of losing Allen Robinson right now. And, bro, Allen Robinson, he's upset with the organization. And, like, I don't know, man. I want my Niners to get him, to be honest with you.
I want the Washington football team to get him, like BA said.
Right.
Let's see here. Laviska Shenault, I think that people should go and look at.
He's on the list. He's on the list.
Yeah. You know, and I think that just the fact that it's a hybrid role between him able to work in the backfield and be a receiver, that speaks volumes within itself.
Mm-hmm. They gave him a couple carries. Yep.
Yeah.
Laviska he's a beast. And you know, listen, Rumboyz and girls, y'all know I love me some Gardner Minshew, the Ginsu, slicing and dicing. And for all you youngsters that don't know what the Ginsu is, it was an infomercial in the 90s. It was a knife set. You know what I mean? Called the Ginsu. I mean, just, because some youngsters don't know this shit. You know what I mean? Yep. And I call him the Ginsu because not only does it rhyme with Minshew, but he be slicing and dicing, razor sharp swag. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Yeah. Hey, man, I love you, Minshew. Keep doing you, man.
Let's see here. Russell Gage out there in Atlanta. Russell Gage is someone that I believe this is his second season in fantasy football where on this show we're mentioning Russell Gage. And now I'm slowly, the more I turn on the film, the more I start to like kind of become more attracted to his style of play.
Listen,
and I think that Russell Gage is going to be a guy that you guys can.
Deeper leagues,
for sure.
Mainly DFS. You ready for this? I love Hayden Hurst Helmsley. This is a system under Dirk Cutter in Atlanta. The tight end position demands anywhere from 17 to 20% of the target market share. This game against Seattle's defense as a whole isn't great, but who covers the tight end?
Jamal Adams is all over the place.
Jamal Adams or B-Wag. Bobby Wagner. So, who was wide open half the time?
Russell Gage.
The 12 Gage.
I'm not thinking that this is going to happen multiple times this season. I think this is the guy that you're going to add drop, and he's going to make his way. He's going to make his way around each team in your league probably.
Yeah, but still though, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I am going to go yin to your yang one time. I'm going to say, if you acquire any of these guys we're talking about, move, and you don't like these guys, but you end up with them off waivers, off the very first waiver wire episode, going into week 2 of the 2020 NFL season that we didn't think we would have. I'm saying, use recency bias and move these motherfuckers in package deals. Bro, like, that's the fun in fantasy.
Yep.
Make trades. If you're not trading, you're not trying. And you play people's panics. You're not unless you've built a phenomenal team already.
Yeah, I was going to say last year I had a couple weeks where I was like, I ain't trading shit.
How about this though, bro? When you're in ultra competitive leagues, analyst leagues, expert leagues, etc., people should be stacked. People will sit on their hands. Deals are harder to make. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but teams should be more so. Yeah, like that.
In one of your home leagues, and I think your man Wilkerson, was that his name?
Yeah.
Right, bro. We were on air last week, and you were in the draft, and they were letting you do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. You're probably not going to be worrying about any of this waiver wire targets this week.
No,
you know what I mean?
No,
I'm saying home leagues are different. Be the guy like Robbie in your home league. Be the guy shitting on everyone. Don't be OBJ getting shit on. You know what I mean? I went there.
Oh, that was rough.
I went there.
So yeah, Russell Gage. I feel like I'm not rushing to go and get him off of waivers.
Me neither. And that's why he's at the bottom of this list.
Yeah, there's really only 2 receivers in the wide receiver category that I would rush to go and get: Miller and Campbell.
Yep.
Sammy Watkins. I'm gonna go ahead and just make my take short and sweet. History repeats itself. Excuse me.
I put him in the Lazard category. Like, how are you gonna know which one it is? Him or Hardman? Sammy or Hardman? Lazard or MVS? Who the fuck knows? I'm not.
With Sammy Watkins, I'm even starting to just fade KC receivers a lot more and more now. If their name is not tight end Travis Kelce
or Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Yeah. I'm starting to get worried about that situation there.
I think
even me, Cole Hardman.
I will say this though, Sammy was hurt majority of last year, and like once he got healthy, he balled out. And listen, no one looks at the playoffs like I do, the actual NFL playoffs. He balled out and he actually picked up where he left off. If Sammy is healthy, you got to remember Sammy's his profile, his draft capital, like everything, his skill set. There's a reason why they picked him up and then paid him even. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he could be a guy, but and if he's available, grab him up, claim him, grab him up.
I'm not.
See what it
I'm
do.
not.
See what it
I'm
do.
not. I'm not grabbing Sammy Watkins off of waivers.
Gives you a piece of that offense.
Yeah.
I'm saying it doesn't mean saying start him. This is week 1. We're speculating here. For everyone that has Sammy right now, you know what they're finna do?
DA Slow-Mo said it correct. Sammy Watkins is only good for the first game of the year and the last game of the year.
Yeah. And guess what's going to happen?
I am going to be doing the Raiders game Monday night, Madison.
Guess what's going to happen? Is people that own or rostered Sammy and didn't start him last week, they're going to throw him in their lineup this week.
Yeah.
Hey, this week, week 2, against the Chargers, he's either going to be lined up against Casey Hayward or Chris Harris Jr. That's not good.
I'm not buying. Like I said, I'm not buying into
Chris Harris Jr. I know. I'm just saying. No, I'm telling people who already have him rostered. You know what I mean, if he's available in your league and you can acquire him, I would still do that to get it. You never know, dude. Injuries can still happen. I'm not wishing that on anyone. I'm just saying, no. If he's available, he's a very talented receiver that's connected to fucking Patrick Starfish.
That makes one of us. That honestly just
we're
makes
yin
one
and
of
yang.
us.
Hey, bro, that should be like the name of this, me and you series, yin and yang.
I was gonna say.
I don't really like. It doesn't really have a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I'm sure someone already has that.
But we are, yeah. Either way, I'm just saying. No, I love that we. This is why me and you make great content together, because we don't necessarily. We're not yes men to each other. You know this is a reason. Like, we got to give the people, the Rumboyz and girls, different perspectives, and for the most part, me and you. Bro, we're usually on the same page. It's usually specifics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, certain little things.
Yeah.
That's how I feel in regards to fucking Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
Corey Davis, I'm kind of in the same belief.
I like Corey Davis because I'm just that idiot.
Part of me
44.
Is,
hold on, how many pass attempts? 40 plus. 40 plus.
Hang on, for Davis?
No, for Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, for Tannehill, yeah. Tannehill did his fucking thing, but he hit Davis huge. Like, Corey Davis had one hell of a fucking day, all because of Tannehill.
And they game plan to stop. It's Fangio over there, defensive guru. They've game plan to limit Derrick Henry. So
yeah.
This could be a game script thing. I love Corey Davis as a talent, and this is literally the best quarterback he's ever had throwing at him. But that doesn't say much because it's still Tannehill.
It's still Corey Davis. Oh, okay.
It's still Tannehill.
No. Tannehill
as a talent. You love him. He got you a title. He's part of your fraternity, so I can't argue with you on this one.
He's like probably in your fraternity. Oh my God.
He's part of your fraternity. Come on, when you win a title with a man, and he's, you know what I mean? Popping champagne, B. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's special.
Yeah, it really is. So I know there's a special place in your heart, but listen, Tannehill never threw more than 30 times in the game last year. This was an outlier.
But he also was QB2 when he took over for the Tennessee Titans in fantasy football overall. So
yes,
I don't get why
totally
that.
Agree.
Why don't I don't? But why does
Corey
that?
Davis wasn't a part of
that
run, though. Corey Davis wasn't a part of that run.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me hear this.
Surely
is Corey Davis. This is why Corey Davis is literally at the bottom of this list, because this is the last of the receiver list, right?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
This is because
we're not trusting. We're all right.
A run first team. Corey Davis, I'm throwing him in there with Alan Lazards and the MVSs of the world. Like, you're really spinning the wheel every week.
I'm 50-50 on Corey Davis this year. I think that the scheme could change.
I think Corey Davis is dope, though, as a player. I say that. I love Corey Davis.
We don't know. Now, if Corey Davis pops off like in week 2, then we're probably going to be talking about Corey Davis a lot heavier on the next episode.
You want to hear something? Okay, go ahead.
There's gonna. I think that if there is a year where I'm not a Corey Davis truther. I have shitted on Corey Davis my whole entire career.
I've always been a truther.
I've always shitted on Corey Davis as an analyst.
As a talent.
But if there is a time that he can shut people up and silence them, it has to be now.
Because the attention's away from him. The emergence on of
AJ Brown,
sophomore AJ Brown, and then breakout candidate Jonnu Smith. Then on top of that, they always have to stack the box for a Derrick Henry, or even if they're showing pass. If they're showing like they're going to pass the ball, you still need to keep a spy because Tannehill has wheels. So there's a lot of opportunity for a Corey Davis to get weaker coverage. Here's the thing. The Broncos weren't game planning for Corey Davis. I'm wondering if this is an outlier game. This is why Corey Davis is at the bottom of this list.
Exactly. That's why, he's at the bottom of the list.
44 pass attempts, and they're literally picking up where they left off as far as their kicking game goes. Like, they literally couldn't. They went like, bro, like if you look at the Tennessee Titans last year, they went for it a lot of times when they could have kicked the field goal was because their field goal, their kicker was trash. They actually brought in Gostkowski, and he was almost like, damn, he was picking up right where their kicker left off last year. He hit the game winner. Word. But
no, you're good. You're good. I mean, I was going to let you keep going. And I was waiting to see if you wrap up so we could get to Andrew's question here in the chat.
Let's go right to it.
He said, should I trade this? I'm not sure how I feel about this question. Should I trade Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones for Zach Ertz? Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, and Zach Ertz for CMC, Mark Andrews, and Watson.
Sammy Watkins?
Watson.
Watson. Oh,
Watson.
the QB.
Yeah.
Who's your QB real quick?
Yeah, that's going to depend on who your quarterback is.
Because honestly, like I wouldn't do that, and I would just get. First of all, CMC was third in targets this week. Like the dump offs weren't there for him in week 1, and I wouldn't. Josh Jacobs, he looked good. Fuck yeah, he looked good, and they passed him the ball like
Josh Jacobs and Aaron Jones are going to be consistent no matter what.
But here's the thing. Josh Jacobs played against like literally a bottom 3 defense. If you can get CMC, I love the allure because CMC was the first overall pick. But I would rather just go and get a free Minshew if he's out there. I don't need to get a Watson. Watson passes the ball like an average of 25 times a game. It was different this time around, week 1. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not doing it.
33 times. I'm not doing that shit. I'm
not doing it. Period. No. Because
that's like part panic.
Yeah, like you're giving up. You already have a top tight end in Ertz. Why try and go for Andrews?
It's because Goddard went off. That's why.
Yeah, I get that Goddard went off, but I mean that's going to be a back and forth. I'm just not.
We're going to touch on Goddard because he's actually readily available.
Yeah, Dallas Goddard is readily available.
When we get to tight ends, yeah.
Yeah. We're at
we're going there next, huh? Or we're going to QB?
Yeah, we are going tight ends next.
Okay. Do you think I'm gonna take a quick piss?
No worries, bro. You're good. For the tight ends, so Dallas Goedert, who we were just talking on, who we were just mentioning. If you're an Ertz owner, you should be rostering Dallas Goedert as well simultaneously. 1, in case anything happens to Ertz. 2, so that you can kind of once we fill out the game script, we can really see who's going to take over. I don't fully think that Goddard's going to take over for Ertz, but I could see a reality where that very much could happen, and the Eagles are probably like, oh, trade, because especially with the way that Goddard was targeted and how banged up Ertz did get last year. I think the Eagles could probably maybe utilize him for a trade bait later in the future. And how that could affect his career, don't know yet. None of us know yet. So super interesting with the Ertz situation. Dallas Goedert is definitely a guy that's got to be picked up. I'm not going to deny that. I haven't denied that since last year. Jonnu Smith, for obvious reasons. Eagles would run. Eagles would run a 2 tight end formation with the wide receiver core being weak. Exactly, they have to. They have to. Peaking a little interest, Connor. Peaking a little bit. But yeah, Jonnu Smith, a tight end that I feel has to be picked up. Has to be picked up. Has to be available to you guys. But I again feel that goes without saying. In that offense, with the weapons that they have, opportunity designs are just going to be there for Jonnu Smith. So Jonnu Smith is obvious. And the number one tight end off the waiver wire that I think that everyone should go for
Noah Fant
is Noah Fant. Everyone has to go after Noah Fant. Everyone has to go after Noah Fant.
If he's available, shame on the rest of your league because he should have been drafted. But yes, the reason why he's on the list is because he's the guy. And I threw in Jonnu Smith too.
Yeah. I was just talking to him about Jonnu Smith, and I said Jonnu Smith.
Word.
But my take with Jonnu Smith was that's obvious. There's clearly play designs for Jonnu.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an obvious one, but I think that the main one it has to be Noah Fant.
Yeah, and then we also have a name on there. I put Jordan Reed on there. Probably like a trash take right here, but I mean, if you're a George Kittle owner, he has a sprained knee. First of all, George Kittle is a monster of a man, so I wouldn't doubt he tries to play, but the tight end position in the Shanahan system is very important. So I had to throw in Jordan Reed on there. There's a reason why they brought him in. He actually was drafted to your Washington football team.
Yep.
Under the Shanahan regime. You know what I'm saying? So he knows the system. You know what I mean? And he's just one of those guys too. He just can't stay healthy, but he will be.
For those of you guys that wanted to be high on Blake Jarwin.
Here we go. I forgot.
This is the segment that y'all asses need to be listened to. Again, I'm gonna make sure I review these names. And I told y'all, I'm not rocking with Jaws yet. I'm not ready for Jaws yet. I'm not ready for Jarwin yet. You need to be rock with Jonnu, Dallas Goedert, Noah Fant, Logan Thomas, or Eric Ebron. That is your tight end list. That is literally your tight end list. And
Eric Ebron, I will say this though, but he's a speculative pickup. You know what I mean? He's not a guy you're gonna start and I like to call him Eric Ebron frying pan. I call him frying pan hands Eric Ebron because we showed it last night too when he tries to slap them frying pan hands together to catch a ball. You know what I mean? And then
cement blocks.
Yes, and then Big Ben, he was like, no, Vance McDonald. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a situation you don't really want to fuck with. But and then one name I didn't throw on there is Greg Olsen.
Vance McDonald? Oh,
Greg Olsen. I mean, yeah, but listen, I'm probably gonna stay away. I'm a
McDonald truther, so that's why. So
am I, dog. Because he came from my Niners. He's so talented, bro. I think we all just remember that one run on a Monday night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where he just trucked. He had stiff armed 5 motherfuckers. It might have only been
Keep going,
2.
Bro.
Yeah, it might have only been 2, but, my version's better. He done trucked the shit out of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I will say this, though. I think when it comes to Pittsburgh Steelers tight ends in general, and shout out to my man Steamboat Joe, because he's there. People that are looking at Pittsburgh Steelers tight ends are just forever chasing the memory of Heath Miller. You know what I mean? So, but I still had to throw him on there just in case. I will say this too. Another one that's interesting to me is old boy. I didn't put him on the list, but old boy from the Texans, bro. What's his name? Let me join you.
Bladder made it still.
Actually, you know what? Scratch the dude for the Texans. Chris Herndon.
Oh, Atkins or Jordan Atkins? Or
yeah, Atkins.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Jordan Atkins is shit, bro.
Talent-wise? Oh, yeah. I mean, and then, if Brandon Cooks can't pan out, you know what I mean? I remember Bill O'Brien with Gronk in New England. They like using a tight end. They just haven't had one. Because they had Nuke Skywalker over there, DeAndre Hopkins. Now there's no DeAndre Hopkins. It's just Will Fuller. What are they going to do? They need to make adjustments over there in Houston.
Atkins could emerge as a guy. He's one of those guys that not on the list, but you may look out for. Probably start looking at him early right now, because a lot of analysts and a lot of shows that you listen to are probably going to be overlooking him anyways. But keep your eye out on him, because they're probably going to be bringing him up next week, and at least you could say, well, I'm already ahead of the game in regards to Jordan Atkins. There's actually a couple of people that you could probably start prepping for.
Tight ends are like speculative grabs too.
Yeah. I call the tight end position in fantasy football the wasteland. It's the wasteland because it's the hardest. It's the hardest to land. But yeah.
If you're a George Kittle owner though, don't be afraid to take a flyer on a Jordan Reed, because if my organization is smart, we won't play George Kittle right now. My man Jorge. Shout out to Jorge. We won't play him this week against the Jets because it should be manageable for us without George Kittle. I hope I didn't just jinx us right there for the record.
Fuck the Jets. The goddamn Jets.
The goddamn Jets. Shout out to Turn Up the Jets, man. Shout out to Joe. Oh, how'd you do against him this week?
Oh, I obliterated him.
Okay. Like you said?
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's funny because
I treated him like they were the Jets.
Hey, check this out, dude. He actually has he had the wherewithal to have a lot of these guys we're talking about. He has we didn't mention Antonio Gibson obviously because he was drafted, but he has he drafted Josh Kelly. He drafted I think that's
it'll come together for him. It'll come together for him.
Yeah, like he actually has a lot of insurance for him to make like a run. You know what I mean? Quote unquote.
Maybe make some trades. I know he's open for business.
Hey, so, you know what though? I just want to put this out. We might see Ryan Tannehill be more of a passer, because what's the status?
Because 302 attempts last season for Henry. You can't do that again.
Yeah, that and and they lost Jack Conklin in free agency, right tackle, and I think what's old boy from the boys? What's his name?
Busting with the boys.
Yes.
Taylor Lewan.
He got hurt. What's the status on him?
I do not know the status on Taylor Lewan.
I know.
Yeah.
I need to look this up because he got hurt last night. That's a big deal if he's hurt, bro.
I'll have to. Hang on.
Because then, please look that up. I want to be as accurate as we can for them, because I'm not saying panic on Derrick Henry. I'm just saying that like that could actually mean like Corey Davis or just anyone in the passing game. We can expect more. They went 44 pass attempts. Let me look up. Hold on. Ryan Tannehill.
He's expected to return. He returns to the game last night after suffering a knee. He's fine. He's fine.
Okay. Because Ryan Tannehill was 29 for 43 last night. That's crazy. But that was in the absence. They couldn't get the run game going at one point because, you know what I mean? Okay.
All right, quarterbacks. There's not a whole lot of quarterbacks for us to realistically go like realistically.
Except for my man, the Ginsu.
But I feel like he should be rostered. I feel like he should be
come
rostered.
on, you kick it with me, bro. So
I mean, we can give him some praise.
No one's on that. No one. I'm just saying no.
I think that people are on that. Like, I realistically think that people are on that. Like, I don't think that Gardner Minshew surprised anyone.
Can we get in the chat right now? Everyone in the chat, let us know if Gardner Minshew is owned in your league.
I can almost guarantee. Like,
I'm just saying though, like a lot of people aren't on him. Like, you've kicked it with me for like this whole year, so you know what I mean.
I'll actually look up the amount that Gardner Minshew is.
He's gonna be. He's a streaming. He's not only a streaming option. He's a guy that you could pick up and just throw out there. You know what I mean?
Okay, so he's rostered in 15% of leagues. All right,
there you go. See,
which is honestly completely and total bullshit. Yes, that number should be way higher.
People only look at. There's a stigma with Jacksonville. It's the stank of Blake Bortles. That Blake Bortles stank residue still remains there. So they never look at them as having a good quarterback when Minshew is a baller. He was 5th in the Heisman coming out of college.
But that's in redraft. So that's his
redraft. Yes,
that's
but
in
this
redraft.
is what we're talking though.
Okay, yeah,
we're not talking anything about redraft right now. This is a waiver wire show.
Yeah. So I feel like Mitch, you should. In your two
he
QB
should
league,
be rostered.
In your two QB leagues, he's rostered.
Flex, yeah, for sure, 100%. But come on, let's be honest though. Not everybody's on the wave like us right now.
Yeah,
we're talking when we talk, and when we will preference this, we're talking single QB leagues right now.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yes, as I'm talking Joe Burrows, I'd grab a Joe Burrows. If you're a Carson Wentz owner, I'm grabbing a Joe Burrow. Or I'm sorry, I'm grabbing a Minshew.
Oh, if you're a Carson Wentz owner, you should definitely have a backup quarterback. Period.
I'm grabbing a Minshew. I'm grabbing a Joe Burrow. I'm claiming on okay, now let's go to streaming options. Listen, you ready to get crazy with me?
What's up?
Trubisky, bro. Streaming options, streaming. Single QB. Wasn't I right last week? Wasn't I right last week?
Hold on.
I was right. I told everybody.
Yeah, hold on. You and Jimmo were right, and that was based.
And I was right about
yes, you were. Well, but we were both right about Minshew. Like, come on. Like, I've been preaching Gardner Minshew since fucking day one. I'm big on Minshew mania. Like, oh. Yeah, so that's not a thing.
You know, Minshew's my man's though. That's why
I know. So,
I'm like a proud father,
and that's why I kept saying I was like, well, he should be rostered. Like he should be rostered, but I have to remember like there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I wanted you to look it up. You know what I'm saying? But to show you that the world isn't on it.
But with Mitchell Trubisky, after following today's hold on, hear me out.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, they do play the Giants next. They do have the Giants coming up.
Streaming. That's why I said streaming option.
So yeah, you could definitely stream him this week. But I'm talking like further on past that, I'm worried. And here's why I am worried. If I am worried from this moment on.
Yeah, if they lose Allen Robinson one.
Yeah, if you were to ask me fucking 6 hours ago, hey yo, do you think Mitchell Trubisky? Do you think that Mitchell Trubisky can do what he did in week one, like fairly consistent? I say like, yo, he's gonna get you more games than not. Like I feel like he's gonna get you more wins than not in fantasy football. I don't know what the actual Bears themselves are gonna do, but I feel like he's gonna get you more wins than not. Now that this Allen Robinson news comes about, I'm just gonna be completely candid. I don't know if I'm trusting Mitchell Trubisky right now. Just because there's now no longer going to be that security blanket, and that's going to be putting Anthony Miller. It's going to be Anthony Miller. He's been in the system.
I need Robinson for Anthony Miller.
Yeah. But Anthony Miller is going to be Anthony Miller. You know, if Robinson leaves, Anthony Miller's. I feel like it's going to be Anthony Miller because he's been in the system for so long. But the pressure that you are now putting on Cordell Patterson, who can honestly most times more than not be mediocre at fucking best in a game. Like, I feel like he can, a lot of times, if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he can be very lethargic on the field.
Cordell Patterson he's legit a gadget guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's just a gadget guy.
So one strength.
But that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say is you're now making him have to come out of the role that he is comfortable and has been comfortable with. You're now asking Riley Ridley, who honestly you haven't really gotten that much accustomed to the offense and in the snap.
Gameplay.
They should have definitely. They made the same fucking mistake last year.
It was divisional though. It was divisional.
But they made it. This is Matt Nagy. This is Matt Nagy as a coach, and this is more so me, I guess, projecting towards Nagy than anything else. You know, I have no faith in Foles via Slow-Mo. I'm sorry, but in terms of Mitch. Like when
I talk about Mitch, I'm only talking about fantasy.
I know you're with this whole A-Rob thing. You're fucking up everything for him. He looked good in week one. He didn't look great. He looked good. He looked all right. But
I think he was probably mad at his role too, being a guy to just open it up for everybody else. You know what I mean? Draw the number one coverage. So
are you talking about A-Rob?
A-Rob, yeah.
Yeah.
this is partly part of it. You know what I mean?
Mitchell Trubisky is definitely a streaming option.
Yeah, we're talking streaming. Like, let's not.
Yeah.
I'm not getting too serious. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
No, we're not committing.
DFS play. Like, come on. Anyone who listened to us last Sunday morning, they were probably upset all the way up into the third, and then they came through. Yeah. I'm saying this is fantasy. Like, I need in fantasy motherfuckers to be in situations. You know what I mean? He's gonna play. Listen, did you see what Danny Dimes did against the Steelers defense? Not only did he make several mistakes, but he still passed for almost 300 and threw 2 tutties. That's still good for like being a dumbass quarterback, like Danny Dimes.
No,
I'm just saying though. Trubisky.
With Danny Dimes, you can't fucking throw those 2 picks. But go ahead.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, they're really dumb. Like I said, he's a dumbass and he's a rat. You know what I mean? It's Danny Dimes. I mean, you dropping dimes, you a snitch. Anyways, goddamn Giants are showing up. They're going to play the Bears. Big Ben, you know, to be honest with you, he looked average. He just looked like he was.
He looked all right. So for those of you guys that caught the play-by-play last night, the way that Big Ben looked, average. You're correct. But I want to
look good.
But I want to
look like average Big Ben.
I want to bring this in a more context for you guys. And this is how different throwing motions are. So Big Ben, to me, looked like a pitcher in the MLB coming off of Tommy John surgery, where the ball is just fucking like that first game coming off of surgery is just wild. Like you never know where it's going to land the zone. That's what I felt like Big Ben yesterday, coming off that surgery. He just wanted to fucking sling it. He wanted to gun it, and coming off the elbow surgery, and I think it actually maybe resulted in probably some of the not best decisions or best plays. If I'm a Big Ben owner, I'm probably looking at Jimmy G as a QB2, as a backup, Ginsu as a backup.
We're about to get to the Jimmy G next as a streamer.
Yeah. If I'm a Big Ben owner, I'm looking at you know any of those 3 guys like a second option if they're available to me. If you have other options available to you on your waiver wire in your league, cool, let us know. Then go for those guys. But we're just basing this off of week 1 performances for this episode for purposes of this. But yeah, I mean Jimmy G could be an option. I'm not picking him up personally, but I'll let Bogart kind of hit you guys with his Jimmy G take.
The only reason, listen, this one's a real quick and easy one. It's just playing against the Jets. That's it. You know what I mean? We picked up Mohamed Sanu.
The goddamn Jets.
Yeah, he's familiar. Mohamed Sanu is familiar with our system. He played in this system in Atlanta, and he was successful. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, you know what I mean?
Rafa Gonzalez asked Gallup or Galladay for this week coming up.
If Galladay is healthy, you play him.
Yeah, if Galladay is healthy, play him. But let's wait.
And I will say this: you make room for both of them because if you could start, because listen, Gallup's hurt too, though, huh? No, he's not hurt. No, he's not hurt. No, he's not hurt. But Gallup's playing against Atlanta. Oh, you try to get both of them in your lineup.
Yeah, you're definitely trying to lace them both up.
Because if Galladay is healthy or if he's starting, you're playing him.
Yeah,
there's no way around it. You know
you're playing both.
Yeah.
In my league,
and Gallup is the true number 1 in Dallas. I said it.
It's a sham. Minshew Mania is not a sham. Connor's just trying to piss you off on purpose. He's trying to piss you off on purpose.
That's not. Listen, look at the numbers.
Your other wide receiver is Calvin Ridley. Oh.
Calvin Ridley's a must start every week.
Yeah, then yeah. Honestly, you could try and find a way to run all 3 of those. I mean, depending on who you're trying to run out there at flex. Like if you're trying to do a running back at flex, I understand that method, but
Well, give us more context. How about just tell us your entire roster? Because then we
Yeah,
can tell
just
you
give
about
us your roster. Give us your roster, point scoring system,
and a lot of these questions will be greater like tomorrow on the Q&A where we get more in depth. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
tomorrow is Q&A night. Tomorrow is Q&A. Tonight was just waiver wire, letting you guys know like where we got guys, where our priority is falling, um, so on and so forth. Hey, Ron up in the building. What's good? What's good? That's a last
Big
minute
up.
thing. If Galladay is 100% start Galladay, exactly. That's definitely a last minute thing. That is why you need to be tuned in. Rumboyz NFL AM Sunday mornings. Rumboyz Thursday night pregame show. Thursday nights before Thursday night football. Well, me and Bogar will have that popping on for you guys for Thursday night pregame, and then we'll go right into the game on Thursday night. But yeah, that's definitely one of those. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and try and be as close to the Rumboyz Fans Network as possible. That's one of those. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Rumboyz spelled with a Z N-E-T. Get in our Discord. Like I give you guys every option, every way to be able to try and connect with us. If Galladay is 100% healthy, start Galladay. Find a way that you could probably slip all three, maybe two into your lineup. But right now, this early in the week, I don't want to commit to giving you that answer at the given moment. Without knowing your full lineup, Rafa. Without knowing your full lineup, that's not fair to you.
Yeah. Because and remember it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Lineup shouldn't be unless you got somebody on a Thursday, they better be a must start too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is I'm saying it's still early in the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and your question may change depending on what happens tomorrow against your opponent, based off of who they bring in off of waivers.
Yeah, we don't want to put you in. We don't want to set anything in stone. That's why Tuesday nights. Just remember, Run Boys and Girls. This is a
waiver
wire episode. You know what I mean? We will do Q&As. Q&As on the Wednesday nights. We'll set you up for because we will preview Thursday night games on the Wednesday night show, and then Run Boys After Dark. You know what I'm saying? We will, you will see our that is one of our flagship shows.
Yep.
That's where we will be on deck answering everything, because now that's when we get more information. Injury reports. The first injury reports come out Wednesdays. So just always remember that. Like, analysis gets more sharper once we get more.
Once we get closer, the closer we get to game, the closer the analysis get. He says that his roster is Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, so you're definitely starting those RB1, RB2. A-Rob, Ridley, Mark Andrews at tight end, Joe Mixon. So actually, you're probably going to flex Mixon.
No. You're gonna have to put Mixon in one of your running back slots because he's on a Thursday night.
Yeah, put Mixon in one of your Thursday spots. So then you'll flex either Henry or Jones, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just saying that too because saying, and quote unquote, to be flexible. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
he has McLaurin as well. He has Kenyon Drake.
He has decisions to make.
Galladay, McLaurin, bro.
Oh, McLaurin is gonna.
That's got to be an 18 league. That's got to be an 18 league.
Or he was full of like bozos.
Yeah.
In his league. Like, just letting him build a phenomenal team. Phenomenal team, by the way.
Yeah, dude. Like, honestly, with like that type of team, man. With that type of team. Yeah, with that type of team, you can just like roll it. Like, I would just roll the dice and be like, "Fuck it, this is what I'm doing." Like, I would just flip coins and shit. Like, I would gamble with my own team.
It's a perfect example of what you were saying earlier, Robbie. Like, sometimes there's a certain team, certain managers that don't have a team. Like, you don't really have to sweat this waiver wire run right now. You built a phenomenal squad. And it's really just decision making, you know what I'm saying? But Joe Mixon is always a must start just because of the volume.
I think the best thing for Rafa, like the best advice is if you do not know if Galladay is going to be 100% or not, then don't worry about starting him. If we come out, we get information he's going 100%, run it. Other than that, y'all.
Real quick, defenses.
Slap yourself. What's good?
Hey, slap yourself in the chat. Hey, but real quick though, any defense streamers? Because I'm a guy. I'm an advocate for streaming defenses. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're streaming the Washington fucking football team defense if they are
available. Against Arizona?
Bro, I'm not caring at this point. Like after their showing.
Their pass rush is so phenomenal, though.
Yeah, that pass rush, I'm like, I mean, I get against Arizona.
I don't draft high-end defenses because you got to get them, earlier than I would like. So I don't like being married to a defense. I stream by matchup.
No, that's what I do. That's completely understandable. I don't know for starting the Browns this week, just because that secondary is so trash, like so fucking trash.
Hey, so, let's be honest. If there wasn't a crazy OPI call, we would have a different conversation right now.
For the Browns?
No, for the Bengals.
Oh, for the Bengals. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like that was a crazy OPI call right there.
Fire up Chicago this week. You're starting Chicago this week in terms of defense. I am.
Oh, yeah, Danny Dimes. Anyone who has Danny Dimes, love it because he's the new Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
He's going to turn over the ball, but he's going to throw it a ton. And he did it against a good defense.
I'm not buying into Danny Dimes. You're not.
I know because you don't like any of your NFC division rivals. So
no. I would tell you to draft Dak if this is before the season and we were drafting. I'd be like, yeah. Do you have the ability to go get Dak? Like I'd be like, draft Dak. Like fucking. I'm never going to tell anyone anything good about Danny Dimes. Period. Other than the fact, really outspoken.
He's a rat.
He's a great kid, great guy, great parents, great head on his shoulders. But you turn the fucking ball over too much. Like I'm not content with that. Like I love.
This is why I called him new Jameis Winston because
that's too much credit.
I used to get hype when Jameis Winston would turn over the ball in fantasy because now he has to throw it more.
I feel like that's too much respect on his name. Like Jameis Winston. Yeah. Jameis Winston, you knew that he could turn the ball over, but you knew that he could get you points. Yeah. Like Daniel Jones, you still don't know that yet. Like you legitimately still do not 100%.
How do we not know that? He turns the ball over.
You know that he turns the ball over. You do not know if he's going to consistently always give you top-notch QB1 fantasy football wins, fantasy football numbers.
He has a solid floor as a passer. Come on.
I'm not.
I know you're not. But I do want to say that I do want to remind everyone. Anytime. Okay, how about this? Here's one. CeeDee Lamb.
What about him?
Is he a flex to you?
CeeDee Lamb. He needs to come into his own.
Yeah, I know, but see how I brought him up is because whenever it comes to anyone that's your division rival, your first,
what are you talking about? Like I
blinders.
I play Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, he had.
I know, but you got him 8th overall.
He had 5 catches for 59 yards.
You have one share of Zeke, right? And you were reluctant, but he's just such a value. You have 2?
I have 2.
Zeke's a different story, though. That's Zeke.
I get that, but I'm not going to tell people to flex someone who in his rookie debut had 5 catches for 59 yards.
But I'm talking about just in general, like anyone in your division, that's not on the Washington football team, you're not fucking with them.
I told y'all to go get Jalen Reagor.
Yeah. I know. I'm just fucking with you. You know I am.
Darius Slayton is definitely a good pickup. Like Darius Slayton, you need to go and get off the waiver wire.
I'm so mad I don't have Slayton. And you know what though? Most leagues he's owned or rostered, I should say.
Or yeah, he is. Yeah, he is
so
rostered.
he's not. But I wouldn't stop to say, hey, if Sterling Shepard's out there, you go get. Nah, I'm not doing that.
I know. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck Sterling. He
Golden Tate was hurt. So Golden Tate, he was was he a healthy scratch? Either way, he didn't play.
Yeah, he didn't play. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, once Golden Tate comes back, that's gonna affect a lot of those, those slot snaps.
Play Buffalo if you got Buffalo defense. Play Buffalo against Miami.
If you have Buffalo, you drafted them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Streaming defenses. There's a lot of people that might not have the Ram. If you're not in the West Coast, you probably don't. The Rams might be available because in the West Coast, if you're in the league and you're from the West Coast, the Los Angeles Rams are probably rostered. But I'm saying that they're gonna destroy that non-existent line for the Carson Wentz and company.
Eric, it's like I'm claiming Washington defense on the waiver wire. You can't change my mind. Like, fuck it.
Do it,
dude.
And I'll tell you this much: in fantasy, I don't care if the defense is subject to giving up points through the air to opposing offenses. You always want to. Yes. You want to look at the opportunities of sacking the quarterback. You look at defensive lines versus offensive line. And right now, the Eagles line is non-existent. So if the Rams are available, they're my number one streamer right now. They probably should be rostered. But if they're available, you get them. Because I don't care if Carson Wentz throws 3 touchdowns. He's probably good for like 4 or 5 sacks. You know what I mean? And maybe even a couple turnovers because he's going to get beat up, dude.
Yep. There are a few teams out there that no matter who they're playing, you can probably fire up that defense. Baltimore, you know.
I will also another streaming defense I want to point out is Minnesota, dude. They're playing
San Fran this week. San Fran over the Jets.
Well, San Fran is rostered.
San Fran's rostered.
They're drafted.
Pittsburgh over the Broncos. They're drafted
too.
Yeah.
Broncos might be available to be honest, but they are playing. Yeah, they're playing the Steelers. The Broncos are playing the Steelers, and I ain't gonna lie, on the ground, the Giants of all people, they gave shit to the rush attack. I mean the run attack for the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the Broncos could be a cool streamer. I'm just saying though, like, don't be married to defenses. Yeah. And if there's no Michael Thomas, you know, we're probably not gonna get word about Michael Thomas, but man, maybe even the Raiders, man. Like, it's a streaming offense. Streaming.
I'm not doing
defense.
that.
I'm just saying streaming. But remember, this is fantasy.
Starting Emmanuel Sanders in the absence of fucking Michael Thomas.
Yeah, but Manny Sanders doesn't do Michael Thomas things.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But look, what kind of game did CMC have against Las Vegas?
Max Crosby's a fucking nasty motherfucker, dude.
He is, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm a Niner fan, and even I have to put my bias aside because, you know, for everyone that doesn't know or is not from the Bay Area or even just California.
Oh no, CMC. I'm sorry, you asked about CMC. Why did I fucking bring up Crosby? Damn, that was bad.
No,
that was terrible.
But Crosby did his thing for the Vegas defense. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
But in terms of your game, I'm sorry for what you had actually asked me. You asked me about CMC, right, for Carolina?
Yeah.
Carolina, they have to face Tampa.
Tampa's a great streaming.
Tampa's a defense that you should have stream. The Tampa defense.
You can stream them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Alvin Kamara. Tampa Bay was the number 1 run defense last year. They were one of the poorest secondaries though, and even they showed up against Michael Thomas before he got hurt. Tampa is another one of those good. I'm so glad you brought them up because I was trying to think who else.
Yeah, Tampa's a good defense to start this week. BKB asks, would you currently be able to trade Michael Thomas still for a wide receiver 1 moving forward? Yes, he's Michael Thomas. So someone is going to be dumb enough to say you're willing to give up Michael Thomas right now. Yeah, dude. He might be. They're probably not going to give they'll probably give you a low end wide receiver 1.
A lateral trade is probably not going to happen.
Lateral won't happen.
Yeah, you got to do package trades. Like 1-for-1s aren't necessarily a thing unless you're doing needs for needs. If you're trying to retrieve or acquire another WR1, it needs to be in a package deal. You can't just be like, I'll give you injured Michael Thomas. Give me Devontae Adams. So it's not happening.
You'll toss in one of your bench pieces.
Package deals, you know what I mean? And then do needs for needs. Like trades are we need to start doing trade segments, like the psychology behind trades with recency bias.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. that's
okay.
That's you like the trade.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. What Michael Thomas should never be in any kind of trade away scenario. Usually
unless he's
be
injured.
A trade for scenario. You know what I mean?
But are you trying to get your early wins right now? Like if you're trying to get your early wins right now,
they're not going to tell us how hurt Michael Thomas is yet, and he plays on a Monday night. So you're really going to
you got time.
Yeah, but you're really gonna. But when
he'll miss this week. He'll miss this week.
You think so? They want to announce it. They want to announce it. There's going to be a game. He's going to be a game time decision.
Well, we'll see.
As far as I say now, it's Tuesday.
Yeah. Which one of you two could do more push-ups? Me.
Listen, I can do more pull-ups.
We have to try that one.
Push-ups versus pull-ups.
Yeah,
I bet you me and you we do a couple thousand jumping jacks for show.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Rumboyz waiver wire.
Maybe burpees is the real question.
What the fuck? This suddenly became
Close this thing up. B.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Bogart, talk to them, tell them where they can find you, all that good shit.
Hey, you can find me at the GMM Network on both IG and Twitter. And you could subscribe to my madness on YouTube. That's YouTube/the GMM Network. You could also find our flagship podcast, The Real Fantasy Playmakers, available on all streaming platforms. And more importantly, you're going to find me right here with my mans. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, bro. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
You guys can find me at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z. NET is where you can find me on all social media. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Y'all name it. Y'all know. You name it. You know it's good. Make sure you guys sign up for our Discord. Blake, I see you up in the chat, bro. Stream King, what's good? I see you guys getting here late. But you guys can't get at me on the Discord chat, in the Discord chat, in the description section.
One thing we forgot to mention is we are actively pushing our exclusive service, the Rumboyz Premium.
Yeah, fucking sign up for Rumboyz Premium, damn it.
Go ahead and hit that join on our channel. It'll give you all the information, and you will get stupid exclusive access to all of us 24/7. You know, whether, you know, will we have emails set up? We have all kind of access to us. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking 24/7 for whenever we're not on live, you guys are going to be able to ask us these questions. And best believe we are going through the same thought process as you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We are actively playing in the killing fields just like you guys.
Big facts, big facts.
Yeah.
Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I do greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. You say, yo, I'm thinking about getting Rumboyz Premium. You should definitely do it. Yeah. It's worth it. Only $7 a month, $6.99.
$6.99.
Other than that, though,
$6.99. Are you out of your mind?
Get it. I know, right? So much. Get at us on Rumboyz.com. I know it's super cheap.
Yeah.
Get at us on Rumboyz.com as well. Shout out to our whole writing staff. They fucking killed it. Other than that, yo, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do?
Dilly.
We out of here. Sum it up. Play my motherfucking outro. Let's get it. Hey.
Brah.